All right, welcome to day 4, Time Frame Thursday, with a beautiful quote from Annie Dillard. The way we live our days is the way we live our lives. Hi, my name is Christopher Diarmani, and I help authors go from blank page to finished first draft to published with ease. And I want to talk today about making the time to write, because I think it's a really important subject that gets often overlooked. So with that, in terms of Annie's quote, there's some good news and there's some bad news. So the good news is how we live our today is entirely within our control. That's the beautiful part. We get to choose how we spend every single one of those 1,440 minutes that we get given every single day. So the bad news, of course, is that if we don't live today with purpose and with passion, we're probably going to look back on our lives with some regret. We're probably going to look back on our lives with let me just show the slide so you know what the heck I'm talking about. We're probably going to look back on our lives with regrets and unfulfilled dreams, and with just this feeling like we've not done the things that we said that we would. We never got to Someday Island. We got stuck there and never left. So that's kind of the bad news. So I guess my question is, how do we apply the principle of Annie Dillard's quote to our lives? Excuse me. So before I get to that, I want to ask you a simple question. On a scale of 1 to 10, how important is it for you to write, finish, and publish your book this year? Scale of 1 to 10. If your number is 7 or below, then I'm going to suggest that perhaps you shouldn't be watching this video. You should be doing something else, because there's obviously things that are more important for you to be doing today. But if you answered 8 or higher, then you're absolutely in the right place. But my next question, of course, is what are you going to do today to move your book forward? I don't care how little it is. If you write for like 5 minutes, if you write 50 words, like, what is the one thing you're going to do today to move your book forward? And it has to be today, not tomorrow, not next week. It needs to be today, because this is the only day that we can control, right? The only day we can control is today. So my question/challenge to you today is, will you write for 15 minutes somewhere throughout today? We have 1,440 minutes in a day. I'm asking you to take 15 of those and apply them to writing in your book, moving it forward just a little tiny bit. And if you can figure out how to find 15 minutes in your day, then I'm going to ask you to double down. And there's a real good reason why, why I would ask you to double down and write for 30 minutes. It's because when you do that, whatever the word count is that you can write in 15 minutes, you're probably going to approximately triple that when you write for half an hour. You double the time, you triple the words. It's one of those strange principles, and it's all because of flow. When we get into the groove of doing something, it becomes easier, it becomes better, faster to get the words out, all those kinds of things. And what I call it is that magical flow state. It works in our favor. And it works, the longer that we're in doing the thing that we said that we're going to do, the longer that flow state actually gets a hold of us and makes all kinds of really cool things happen. So if you're struggling with trying to figure out how to make the time to write, I'm going to remind you that when I ask you the question on a scale of 1 to 10, how important is it for you to get your book written and published this year? You said 8 or higher. So that tells me that you're motivated. That tells me that this book is on your heart and you really need to get it done, which also tells me that you will find a way, because there is always a way to make the time to do the things that are important to us. And if writing and publishing your book this year is ranking 8 or higher, you will find a way, because your book is too important for you not to, right? It really is. And I love that drive, that unstoppable desire. I mean, it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And it's one of those things that you either have it or you don't. Can you develop it? Sure you can. But it's a lot easier when it's coming from inside you. You have this deep need to get this thing done. And when we live our days in that kind of passion, in that kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? With that kind of drive and that kind of commitment to getting the job done, this is how we turn our dreams into reality. And that's beautiful, right? We're no longer stranded on Someday Island. This is how we turn our days into a beautiful thing, how we turn our dreams into a reality, and how we ultimately live a life that's fulfilled and that we can be proud of. All it takes is doing the work. Hashtag do the work. And I say all it takes is doing the work. Having worked jobs where for 16 or more hours a day with travel time to and from on top of that, my time was fully committed to somebody else, not to me. So even in those times, I was able to figure out a way to get some writing done, 15 minutes a day. Whether that was, at the lunchtime, just instead of going and eating lunch, I was actually spending 15 minutes writing, that kind of stuff. There's always a way. So if this resonates with you, I would love that if you would share this video with your writing friends. I would love it if you would like it and share it. And I'd also love to hear your thoughts on how you can move your book forward today. I would love to hear in the comments on this video why it's so important for you to move your book forward, why it's so important for you to get this thing out there. What is the story that you desperately feel you need to tell that's going to help someone else transform their life out of wherever you started and help them get to where you are today? Because that's the point of writing a transformational nonfiction book, right? Is to help someone who is facing the problem today that we've already faced. We've conquered, and we now know the path to teach someone else how to get there. That's the beautiful thing about writing this style of book. So I would love to hear what that story is for you in the comments. And I would also love it if you would connect with me on social media. Follow me on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and connect with me on LinkedIn. And yeah, the links are on screen, but the simplest thing to do is to go to sleekbio.com/Christopher, and all of those links are there. And the last thing I would encourage you to do is to join my monthly giveaway. This month's grand prize is a lifetime subscription to Publisher Rocket, which, if you're not familiar, this is the tool that every successful author on Amazon, self-published author on Amazon, is using, or I should say most successful authors are using, because this is the tool that allows you to really dive deep into the Amazon algorithm, into the Amazon's keywords, into the categories, to figure out exactly where your book needs to be placed, what keywords you need to use in order to help your readers find it. And I'm giving away a copy this year just for you being willing to enter a giveaway and perhaps share the message of this 2-minute author challenge with your writing friends. So that's all I have for you for today. I look forward to seeing you soon, and I'll be back again tomorrow at 3 o'clock with Fear Free Friday, one of my seven favorite days of the week, as I like to call it. Have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.